If you've been told to watch your salt or lose a little weight to get your blood pressure down, I want you to keep watching, because there are 5 fruits, ones you probably already have in your kitchen, that can help bring your numbers down naturally. One of them works almost the same way as a common blood pressure pill. Let's get into it. Most people only think about what to cut out: salt, sugar, fried food. But there's a second half of this story nobody talks about: what to add in. The right fruits can relax your blood vessels, help your kidneys flush out extra sodium, and even calm down the inflammation that drives high blood pressure in the first place. I'm going to walk you through 5 of the best ones, how much you actually need, and, just as important, who should be careful with each one. Let's start with the easiest one, the banana. Bananas are loaded with potassium, and potassium is one of the most well-studied minerals for blood pressure. A medium banana has around 400 to 450 milligrams of potassium. And here's why that matters. Potassium helps your kidneys push extra sodium out through your urine, which eases the fluid pressure on your artery walls. It also helps your blood vessels relax a little, so blood flows with less resistance. In one study of elderly hypertensive women, eating bananas twice a day for 2 weeks led to a meaningful drop in both the top and bottom numbers of their blood pressure reading. And in a larger analysis published in the Journal of Human Hypertension, researchers found that for every extra gram of potassium people ate per day, which is roughly 2 bananas, systolic pressure dropped by about 2 points on average, and it actually mattered more than cutting salt. The question most people ask then is, how much of banana should be eaten? 1 to 2 bananas a day is a reasonable target for most people, but take caution. If you have kidney disease or you're on a potassium-sparing medication, talk to your doctor first. Your kidneys may not be able to clear extra potassium efficiently, and too much can be dangerous. If you have diabetes as well, keep an eye on portion size since bananas do contain natural sugar. Next is one you've heard 1,000 times: an apple a day. But here's the actual mechanism. Apples, especially the skin, are rich in a plant compound, a flavonoid called quercetin. Quercetin acts a bit like a natural blood vessel relaxant. Researchers have found it can partially block the same enzyme that ACE inhibitor blood pressure medications target, and in clinical studies, quercetin supplementation lowered systolic, diastolic, and average arterial pressure, specifically in people who already had stage 1 hypertension. It didn't do much in people with normal blood pressure, which tells us it's targeting the actual problem, not just lowering numbers randomly. Apples also give you soluble fiber, which supports healthy cholesterol and helps blunt blood sugar spikes after meals, both of which take pressure off your cardiovascular system over time. How much apple then can you eat in a day? 1 whole apple a day with the skin on is where most of the quercetin lives. Take caution, too. Always wash the skin well or buy organic if you can, since pesticide residue tends to concentrate there. And skip the core and seeds. Apple seeds contain a compound that releases a small amount of cyanide when chewed and digested in large quantities. 1 or 2 accidentally swallowed seeds is not a concern, but don't chew and eat them on purpose. Now here's one people underestimate: kiwi. Kiwi is rich in vitamin C and an antioxidant called lutein, which lowers oxidative stress in the lining of your blood vessels, the endothelium. Less stress there means more flexibility in your arteries and less resistance. And less resistance is exactly what lowers blood pressure. Kiwi is also a source of arginine, which your body converts into nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes and widens your blood vessels from the inside out. In a randomized controlled trial, eating 3 kiwis a day for 8 weeks lowered 24-hour blood pressure more than eating 1 apple a day did. A follow-up study in 2022 had people eat 2 kiwis at breakfast for 7 weeks and saw systolic pressure drop by close to 3 points, without any negative effect on blood sugar, insulin, or triglycerides. How much kiwi should be taken? 2 to 3 kiwis a day, and you can eat them in the morning for a blood pressure boost, or before bed, since research also links kiwi to better sleep quality. Always note this caution: kiwi can be mildly acidic, so go easy if you have acid reflux. And if you have a latex allergy, be aware, kiwi is one of the more common fruits linked to latex fruit cross-reactivity, so introduce it carefully the first time. This next one works almost identically to a prescription blood pressure medication. Pomegranate contains a compound called punicolagen, a powerful antioxidant that reduces inflammation in the blood vessels. What's fascinating is that pomegranate appears to inhibit the same angiotensin-converting enzyme, ACE, that drugs like lisinopril and enalapril are designed to block. That's the enzyme responsible for tightening your arteries. Studies on pomegranate extract taken over 8 weeks have shown reductions in both systolic and diastolic blood pressure. The question then is, how much should I eat? A half cup of fresh arils, or 4 to 8 ounces of 100% pomegranate juice not made from concentrate. Non-concentrate juice retains more antioxidant activity. But take caution. This is an important one for anyone over 60 because pomegranate can interact with certain medications the same way grapefruit does, including some cholesterol drugs and blood pressure medications, by affecting how your liver processes them. Pomegranate primarily affects drug metabolism by inhibiting the cytochrome P450 CYP450 family of enzymes. The most notable enzymes affected are CYP3A4, which is responsible for metabolizing about half of all prescription drugs, and CYYP2C9. If you're on prescription medication, please check with your doctor or pharmacist before adding pomegranate juice regularly. Also, watch portion size, since pomegranate juice is high in natural sugar and low in fiber compared to the whole fruit. Last but honestly, one of the most powerful, blueberries. That deep blue color comes from anthocyanins, plant compounds that act like bodyguards for your blood vessels. They boost nitric oxide production and trigger enzymes that help your arteries relax. In a randomized, placebo-controlled trial, participants who ate about 22 grams of freeze-dried blueberry powder, roughly equivalent to a cup of fresh blueberries, daily for 8 weeks, saw systolic blood pressure drop by around 7 points, along with reduced arterial stiffness. How much of blueberries is advised to be taken? About 1 cup most days of the week. Frozen blueberries work just as well as fresh, and pairing them with a source of healthy fat, like walnuts or chia seeds, may help your body absorb more of those beneficial compounds. Remember to take caution. If you're on blood-thinning medication, talk to your doctor before making major changes to your diet, since large shifts in fruit and vegetable intake can sometimes affect how those medications work. And if you have diabetes, stick to about a cup at a time to manage the natural sugar content. Let's bring it all together. Banana for potassium, apple for quercetin, kiwi for nitric oxide, pomegranate for that natural ACE inhibitor effect, and blueberries for protecting your arteries from the inside out. 5 simple fruits, 5 different ways of supporting the same goal, a healthier, steadier blood pressure. None of these replace your doctor's advice or your medication. Think of them as an addition to your plan, not a substitute. Think of these fruits as backup, not a replacement. If you're on blood pressure medication or you're managing kidney disease or diabetes, please talk to your doctor before making big changes, especially with the potassium-rich ones. Here's your homework. Don't try to do all 5 at once. Just pick one, maybe start with a banana at breakfast or blueberries on your oatmeal, and build from there. Small, steady changes are what actually stick. If this video helped you, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, because every week I'm breaking down foods like this one. Simple, everyday ingredients that can genuinely support your heart, your blood pressure, and your energy as you get older. And if you want to go deeper, I've got a video coming up next on the vegetables that do the exact same thing, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Tell me in the comments, which fruit are you adding to your grocery list this week? I read every single one, and I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.